Hello.
Hey, what's going
How
on?
you doing, Scotty?
I'm good. Let me turn you up a little bit. There we go.
I know we're all trying to get like the hang of this whole like virtual interview thing. I'm sure that like it's a daily thing for you too.
It's different, right? Yeah, it's taking some getting used to for sure. And you got to think about charging your phone. I was terrible about that for the first couple of weeks. So
Every time that's my last thought, and that should honestly be my first one. So I'm right there with you.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden you're mid-interview and it's like 10% battery. Oh, hold on.
Or turning it in the do not disturb mode so your mom or somebody doesn't call you like 14 times.
That's happened. I didn't do that, so let's cross our fingers.
It's gonna be great. Don't worry. So we're about 2 months into quarantine. How are you holding up?
We're good. We're just kind of tackling projects. We did a little road trip from Carolina to Nashville last week, and I did some recording, and we got some house stuff taken care of. So we're tackling projects, still kind of making some headway on the music. So it's been all right for sure.
Yeah. Is your honey-do list, is it getting much shorter now that you're around and able to do stuff at the house?
Yeah, our to-do list is definitely, it's getting down there for sure. But you can always find stuff. As soon as you think you're done, you're like, oh, wait a second, I still got this to do or that. So, yeah.
There's always something else. Well, we're so excited to have you join us today for Fandemic. We've got a lot of amazing questions. I always say that you have the best, most passionate, loyal fans. So they pulled through and came up with great questions for you. We'll have you perform as soon as we get to the Q&A. So we'll get started with our first question, which came from one of our listeners at 99.5 YCD in Detroit. Pensgrove 3 asked, how was that first family road trip from Nashville to North Carolina and the mountains?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was Gabi, my wife, she grew up doing road trips because they're from Louisiana and they lived in North Carolina. So they would just drive straight throughout the day to Louisiana, which is like a 15-hour trip. But I did not grow up doing that. And I don't like road trips. But no, it was good. And we stopped off in the mountains for a couple of days to like break it up. So it was peaceful and fun. And our dog Moose did good. So it was good. And we recorded, so we're getting close to finish with the album. So it was good.
Yeah, we got lots of questions about new music coming, so don't you worry. We had Shauna from Michigan who asked from our station at 102.9 The Wolf in Minnesota. She said, Scotty, are you remembering to put the cap back on the toothpaste? I remember you saying Gabi was on you a lot about that.
Yeah, if you ask Gabi, she'd probably say no. I think I'm getting a little better at it. Recently, it's been putting the toilet seat down. For some reason, I'm in a bad streak of not doing that. So now it's that.
Probably because you're used to touring and being with a bunch of guys, and it doesn't matter as much. Now you're home all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's. I've always gotten home for like 2 days or 3 days at a time. Never, 2 months or 3 months at a time. So this is getting used to for sure.
Definitely. And it'll be about the time that you get used to it that everything will go back to somewhat normal. So
exactly. Right.
That's just the way it is. Kristen McManaway asked, Scotty, have you watched Outer Banks yet?
So we started it. We're 3 episodes in, I think.
What do you think of John B. and his friends?
Yeah, I mean, hey, they seem like they're having a good time. And if I found something that was like treasure out there, me and my guys, we'd go searching for it too. Absolutely. My only beef is that it's called the Outer Banks, and I grew up going to the Outer Banks as a kid, and they filmed it in South Carolina, not in the Outer Banks. So that's my only thing.
That is the one thing that's a little bit strange, is that I've gone to some of those places in South Carolina, like the wreck that her dad owns, and I was like, this is not North Carolina. Yeah,
right. I mean, it's cool. They should have just Charleston or wherever. I mean, I love it down there too, but no, it's pretty cool so far.
Good one to binge for sure. Kristen also asked, who spoils Moose the most, you or Gabi?
Definitely Gabi. It's not even close. Yeah, she'll say opposite, but like if we're eating dinner, he goes and sits by her, not by me, because he knows he's gonna give him scraps from the table. So yeah, she's definitely the spoiler. Although I'm like the roughhouse guy. He likes to come and just wrestle me. So, yeah.
When he wants to play, he comes to you. When he wants something delicious, he knows to go to Gabi.
Absolutely. That's a good way to put it.
So, Sybil54 on Twitter asked, if I would ask you, do you have plans this summer if your entire concert schedule is canceled? She also wanted me to add that she would go to a drive-in concert if you decide to do that.
Okay. Well, we're in talks about that already. So,
are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the driving thing might be the away to do concerts for another 12 months or so. We'll see. But yeah, outside of that, I really don't have plans. I've never been able to plan like this. This is my first summer since I was about 16 years old where I've actually like had nothing to do. So this is new territory for me. But we'll just kind of, I don't know what can you do? I mean, things are closed anyway.
Exactly.
So,
That's really, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of just like rediscovering being bored again and being okay with it. Like, and
yeah, and
before, every minute of every day was probably planned for you 4 or 5 days a week, and now you've got all this time.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And you're finding new things to do. I've been reading more. When we were in Nashville, we have a little apartment and we can look out over different parking lots and stuff. And there were people out there like playing badminton and stuff, like just things you haven't seen in forever. And like folks are it seems like we're going back in time almost to a more simpler time, and folks are going outside and getting off the Xbox and stuff.
It's like every puzzle in America is sold out.
Puzzles, yes, absolutely. We've been doing puzzles, so yeah, it's all that stuff for sure.
That's awesome. So Aaron Barton asked, what are you and Gabi's plans for your second wedding anniversary on June 16th?
Yeah, well, we had, where we went right after we got married, there's this little really nice hotel, I mean, like 2 miles from our house. So we were going to go on like a little staycation, get some massages. They have a pool where it feels like you're in the Bahamas. We were going to do all that. But now, obviously, that's closed. So, I mean, we'll probably just stay home. I'll whip up some steaks, and we'll just kind of have a nice wine and dine night at home.
That will be lovely, I'm sure. Holly and Scotty asked, what has been your favorite part about connecting with fans on a virtual level? Thank you for everything you've been doing.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's different every time, but you see a lot of the same faces too. So you see folks that are kind of going along with you, and they're watching your performances and seeing what songs you sing and asking different questions. So I feel like I've been able to, get to know my fans a little better, see their faces and their Instagram names or whatever it is more often. So it's better than just the quick 10-second meet and greet, where you shake hands, how you doing, and go to the next time. You actually get
maybe even a little less awkward than a meet and greet. Like, I never know what to do or say in a meet and greet. I'm like, hey, hi, thanks, bye.
I know. I wish we could find a way to make those longer and less awkward, but it's just kind of the nature of what they are. But yeah, exactly. I'm awkward in those too.
that makes me feel better. Forever McCreery asked, Scotty, how's the recording going of the new album?
Yeah, it's good. So we've got a few final mixes. I think the next single is in those final mixes. So we're ready to go there. We just recorded 5 more tracks, put vocals on at least. So we've got 11 just about done. We're going to record 3 more. So the full album won't be ready for a little while, but as far as new tunes to drop, I think once In Between's finished up, we'll be ready to rock with that.
Oh, that's so exciting. I was going to say, because my next question came from Carol from Murphy, and she asked if there was going to be another season or a single off seasons change, or if it was going to be from the new album.
Nah, it won't be off seasons change. This was a life-changing album for me, for sure. But it's time to move to the next chapter, and we'll see what happens. But it's been fun making this record for sure.
Yankee Steffi, that I know is from New York, asked, do you have a new single in mind?
Yeah, I don't think my label will allow me to tell you a title or anything, for sure. But surprise, surprise, it's written, towards, for my wife and kind of about her. So at least what I'm thinking. We haven't sat down and had our roundtable meeting with all the powers that be and decided fully, but the one I'm loving on is that one. So.
Oh,
yeah.
You have to be so excited, because I know that there's a lot of songs that were on Seasons Change that were like 4 or 5 years old. So these are songs that you've lived with for a while, but now you'll be able to have music that's like much more relevant to everything that you're going through.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Some of those songs on Seasons Change, like 5 More Minutes and In Between, I wrote those in 2015. So these new songs are, in the last year or two that I've written, and it's definitely more fresh. It's kind of like life after marriage a little bit. So Seasons Change was before and looking ahead. So it's been cool for sure. It's refreshed me, re-energized me for sure.
I'm sure that this is another question that probably the label does not want you to answer, so you can pass on this. But Vern Jack 1955 asked, do you have a name for the new album yet?
No, not yet. Yeah, we're
not yet.
Not there yet. We kind of I want to see how the whole project gets together, what kind of the main story we're telling throughout it is, and then we'll go from there.
And then KY fan for Scotty asked, do you have any idea when the next album will be released? Which is kind of hard to tell right now, but.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you know, I'm old school. I'm still the full album guy. Some folks are very single-minded now, but I just love this full story of an album. So with that, we'll probably drop, you know, a few tunes before the whole thing comes out. But, I mean, you kind of want to put out the lead single and let it rise and hopefully, you know, Lord willing, get up towards close to the top and then you release it. So it'll be a little while before the full thing is out, but we'll be dropping some, and I might just leak one here or there if I get bored during quarantine. So we'll see.
I'm sure everyone will cross their fingers for that.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.